Hi guys, I don't know if you can see it. Over there, that's where the famous TV show Pawn Stars takes place. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't know we were going to actually even see that. It's actually really small, but if you look at where I'm pointing, you can see it. And we are on top of the Deuce bus in Vegas, just left downtown, going towards the Strip, and of course we will go to No Strip, and that's where we're actually turning towards.
When accessing the upper deck,
there you
please
go.
use the staircase in the front. Please use the rear staircase to return to the lower deck.
Al subir al piso superior, favor de utilizar la escalera al frente. Por favor, utilice la escalera trasera para volver al piso bajo.
We're approaching No Strip. You can see that's the Stratosphere right there. And I wouldn't walk this area, you know, late at night. I mean, it's getting better and better. But as I say, you've got the use of the Deuce, which will take you from downtown. And I've showed you.
Now approaching Charleston. Transfer for route 206.
And I've showed you where the main stop is on the other video. Or you can also read on top-buffet.com. And we are slowly approaching the Strip. There will be several stops. But if you're going from downtown to No Strip, for example, if you go and eat at Wynn, which is what we do often, or if you want to stop at the Stratosphere Casino, which is rather fun as it happens, or go to the Wynn Casino, or you go to the nearby Venetian, which is just after Wynn, it's a really good way of going. It's actually quite handy, I would say. I'm going to stop this, pause this, and start in a little bit. Okay, so we are continuing.
Now approaching 4th Street.
That is a hostel, Sin City Hostel. You might have actually read about it. Hostel Cat. Several hostels are actually in this area, which is just before the Stratosphere, from downtown to the Stratosphere, north of the North Strip. And that's where the main hostels are. I don't really like to walk at night in this area, but it's not, you know, it's not bad or anything. It's just it's not as beautiful as you would want, I suppose, if you are visiting Vegas. But it's very well serviced by this bus and other buses, and I talk about it on top-buffet.com. And also you can see it on the other videos. I have created several little videos that you can see. There you go. Actually, this used to be a lot worse in the
Oakey Boulevard.
past. That's the entrance to downtown, and it shows it right there. Or rather the exit going this way. Topless Cabaret is right there, if you've heard about it. OG Gentleman's Club is right there, and I talk about it on top-buffet.com. It's one of the most famous strip clubs. It's got a huge history, and you know, you might want to check that out if you're into visiting a landmark of Vegas in that respect. Then you will see several little wedding chapels just like this one. There are lots of them around here. I'm gonna pause it because we're actually stopping, and I'm gonna start in a few seconds. We're just approaching the stop. I don't know if you can see it. We're right at the bottom of Stratosphere, just approaching the stop, and here you can actually get off and get on the express bus, which will take you to several main areas of Vegas much faster. And I'll talk about that on top-buffet.com. But look at this, isn't that nice? You get to see sunset.
Like a 2-day pass or something. Yeah. Oh, be cool. I don't know that I'll ever be coming back here.
From this stop here at the bottom of the Stratosphere, you can actually get onto the 108 bus, which will take you straight to the airport, as well as I said, changing and getting on the express bus that, amongst other stops, will take you to the Fashion Outlet Mall, which is one of the landmarks of Vegas for tourists and non-tourists. There you go, look, this is right at the bottom of Stratosphere. If you're coming from downtown, it's really handy to be actually already on the bus. This is where, you know, the Deuce gets quite crowded, and you may not be able to find seats. But if you're actually coming from downtown Vegas, you will always find seats. Now, this is the bottom of the Stratosphere. The entrance is just a little further there, and there, I don't know if you can see it, it's the Sahara, what used to be Sahara, as it happens. I'll show it to you when we pass by that. I'm taking this opportunity to show you, you know, that one of the plus sides of getting on the Deuce, we're leaving again, is that it's cheap. But you know, $5 for 2 hours at this point. Prices will vary very soon. I was told, and $7 for a 24-hour pass, which is very cheap. But you know, I mean, it's not the fastest, especially
Now
when there is.
approaching Sahara. Transfer for route 204.
Especially when there are long lineups. I want to show you.
Please stand clear when doors are opening or closing.
We are approaching the Sahara, which you well know is closed, but the actual building is still right here. See, but it's been demolished. You know, they used to have. Things are changing quite fast. Yeah, the beautiful roller coaster, which wasn't in effect for a while, but. Of course, it's now all shut down. I haven't actually got into. I haven't actually stopped there to see what it's like. But of course, as you know, it's not a running hotel and casino at this point. So we'll see what happens. We'll update what's going on there as soon as I hear something, and you will read about it on top-buffet.com. Top-buffet.com. So we have left the Stratosphere. We're approaching the old former, still Sahara on the left. And that will be see the Hilton mark there, the Hilton Grand Vacations, I believe, that right there. And then after that, see there, that you can see the beginning of the Wynn, and after that it's Venetian. But it takes time, and there's huge traffic. It's Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, may I say, so it takes time. So if you decide to opt for the Deuce, you have to allocate time for it, unless you get off and get onto the much faster bus, which is the Express. I want to take this opportunity to show you. I don't know if it shows at all. I don't think. Okay, there you go. Look at where my finger is. That's where the Palace Station is, and that's, you know, one of the cheaper Vegas hotels and resorts. It's off strip, of course, and to get there you need to get off and get on one of the regular Vegas buses, which is doable, of course. But just in case you were wondering, if you read the page on cheap hotels in Vegas where the Palace Station is, well, that's where it is.
Take advantage of my 2 hours.
Vacation.
So we're still gonna let him because of potential.
I'm just showing you the side of the Sahara, which is not closed, as you know. I mean, you can't check in there anymore. But it used to be rather nice. I actually liked it, at least on the outside. You will still find in the north side of North Strip, you know, landmarks like that, areas where there's a completely barren. There used to be a casino, an old casino. Such a, for example, was Stardust, and it's demolished, and that's what still is there. The plans of building something on top were halted by the economic crisis, so to speak. So you'll see a few of those in North Strip, which is one of the reasons why people are not too keen on this area just yet. But it is slowly growing. It used to, the plan was for it to grow really much faster, but it didn't take place because, as I said, of the economic crisis of the last few years. You can just see the Wynn right there. So as you can see, we've left the Stratosphere, we left the old Sahara, and then we're just approaching slowly what is the most upscale part of North Strip. This is the Hilton Grand Vacations Club. They have a few places like this. There you go. I want to show it to you. Still North Strip.
Now approaching Sky Condominium.
Well, you heard where we are. CBS is right there, which is handy if you're in this area. You see, this is really not pretty, and you know, it's not a pretty area just yet, is it? It's not like you want to walk around here late at night. And that's what really is the low point, in my opinion, of this area of the Strip, which is North Strip. Now, the Circus.
Now approaching Riviera Boulevard. Riviera Hotel. Circus Hotel. Lots of fun.
Staff requested. Please stand clear.
The Riviera is right there. There you go. I'll show it. Riviera. And you've got Circus right there. Circus. So now you see what's around it. You've got a Subway, a very small casino, holds lots of fun. You got McDonald's and the Riviera right there. It is not the best side of the Strip, let's be honest. It's still getting, it's you know, it's Saturday night, so it's as lively as it can ever get. I still don't find it fun to walk around here at night, but it's okay. I mean, I don't think there's a problem of safety here, but it's just not pretty. You will, the atmosphere will completely change the moment you actually reach the Anchor, or even better, just slightly be between the Anchor and Venetia, and then you will finally be in the better part of the Strip. There you go, there's Riviera right there. When Anchor, rather, which is just before the Win, it's part of the same, of course. And you just passed Circus over there. I'm going to stop this video and then start part 3.
Those were pretty good.
Very shortly.
Approaching.
If you wonder how long it takes to get from downtown to this area of the Strip, which is no Strip, it's roughly half an hour on a Saturday evening, which is admittedly a busy time. Of course, if you know, late at night, say 4 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday, it's not going to be this slow at all. You can do it in half the time, if not even less. But this is peak time, and it's very, very slow. So allocate plenty of time if you're going to see a show, if you're going to eat.
Staff requested, please stand clear when doors are opening or closing.
So you see, that's where the Stardust used to be, if I'm not mistaken, in one of the sections of this very barren area. Kind of sad to see it. Hopefully one day there'll be a nice new resort there. So we're approaching the Anchor, and we're approaching the better part of the Strip. And as I said, it's taken about half an hour from the downtown stop on the Deuce, on the famous Deuce bus. Details of all of this, you can read them on top-buffet.com, but I will have additional videos for the following parts of this trip. Additional videos, you can find them in the library of our YouTube account, and you can also read about it on top-buffet.com. See you there. Bye.